Brian, can I ask you something personal?
Of course. What is on your mind?
Do you actually enjoy going to the gym? Like, genuinely enjoy it? Or is it one of those things you just make yourself do?
Honestly, a little bit of both. There are days when I wake up and I'm genuinely excited to go, and there are days when I have to drag myself there. But I almost never regret it once I am actually working out. What about you, Jessica?
Same here. I used to hate the gym, but somewhere along the way I started to enjoy it. And today, that is exactly what we are talking about. Gyms, workouts, fitness routines, all of it in natural English. And for a lot of English learners, the gym feels extra intimidating because of all the vocabulary involved. So today, let us break it all down in natural English. If you enjoy our conversations, please subscribe and give us a like. It really helps us so much.
It truly does. Now, let us get into it.
Okay, Brian, let's start with the basics. When someone joins a gym for the very first time, what should they expect?
Well, the first thing you usually do is sign up for a membership. You go to the front desk and say something like, "Hi, I am interested in joining the gym. Could you tell me about your membership options?" They will usually show you different plans, like monthly or annual memberships. Some gyms also offer a free trial day, so you can try the facilities before you commit.
Oh, asking for a free trial is such a good idea. You can say, "Is it possible to try the gym for a day before I sign up?" Most gyms are happy to let you do that, and it gives you a chance to see if you like the equipment, the atmosphere, and how busy it gets.
Right. And once you sign up, a staff member will usually show you around. They call this an orientation or an induction. They will explain where everything is, how to use the machines, and what the rules are. If you have any questions during the tour, just ask. Something like, "Could you show me how to use this machine?" Works perfectly.
I wish I had done that when I first joined a gym. I just walked in and had no idea what I was doing. I spent about 20 minutes trying to figure out how to adjust a treadmill. Now I always ask for help when I need it.
That is such a common experience. Gym equipment can look really complicated at first, but the staff are always happy to help. You can also say, "I am new here. Could you give me some advice on where to start?" Most trainers love helping beginners.
That is really reassuring. Brian, what does a typical gym visit look like for you? Like, what is your usual routine?
I usually start with a warm-up. About 10 minutes of light cardio. That could be walking on the treadmill, cycling on a stationary bike, or using the rowing machine. Warming up is really important because it gets your blood flowing and reduces the risk of injury. After that, I move on to weight training. I focus on different muscle groups depending on the day.
Right, a lot of people split their workouts like that. Like chest and triceps one day, back and biceps the next. It is called a split routine, and it is really popular because it gives each muscle group time to recover. Do you follow a specific program, Brian?
I have tried a few different programs over the years. Right now I'm following a pretty simple push, pull, legs split. Push days focus on chest, shoulders, and triceps. Pull days are for back and biceps, and legs days are exactly what they sound like. It is straightforward and easy to follow.
I love how simple that sounds. I am more of a cardio person myself. I enjoy running on the treadmill and taking group fitness classes. There is something about working out with other people that really motivates me.
Group classes are fantastic for motivation. What kind of classes do you usually take?
I really enjoy spin classes, which is indoor cycling, and also yoga. They're so different from each other, but I love both. Spin is intense and gets your heart rate really high. Yoga is calm and focuses on flexibility and breathing. Together, they balance each other out really nicely.
That is such a smart approach. Mixing high-intensity workouts with something more restorative like yoga is really good for your body and your mind too. Do you ever use personal trainers, Jessica?
I did for a while when I first started taking fitness seriously. It was really helpful because my trainer taught me proper form and helped me set realistic goals. If you are new to the gym, I would definitely recommend at least a few sessions with a trainer. You can ask at the front desk, do you have personal trainers available? Or how much does a personal training session cost?
Personal training can be expensive, but even just a few sessions to learn the basics is worth it. Learning correct form from the beginning saves you from bad habits and injuries later on, and a good trainer will also help you figure out what kind of workout suits your goals.
So true. And Brian, speaking of goals, what do you think are the most common reasons people go to the gym?
There are quite a few. Some people go to lose weight. Others want to build muscle or get stronger. Some people just want to stay healthy and have more energy. And for a lot of people, the gym is also a way to manage stress and improve their mental health.
That last one is so important, and I think it gets overlooked sometimes. Exercise has such a powerful effect on your mood. After a tough workout, I always feel calmer and more positive. It is like my brain gets a reset.
There is actually a scientific reason for that. Exercise releases chemicals in the brain called endorphins. Endorphins create a feeling of happiness and reduce stress. That is why people talk about a runner's high or feeling amazing after a good workout.
Right. And Brian, what about gym etiquette? Are there unwritten rules that people should know about?
Oh yes, there are definitely some important ones. The biggest one is wiping down equipment after you use it. Most gyms have spray bottles and paper towels near the machines for exactly this reason. Always wipe the machine down when you are done. It is basic hygiene, and it is respectful to the next person.
For sure. And re-racking your weights is another big one. If you take a dumbbell from the rack, put it back in the right place when you're done. It sounds obvious, but you would be surprised how often people just leave weights on the floor.
It is one of the most common complaints in any gym. Another thing is being aware of how long you are using a machine. During busy hours, people are waiting for equipment. If the gym is crowded, try not to sit on a machine while scrolling through your phone. Use it, finish your set, and move on.
Good point. And it is totally fine to ask someone, how many sets do you have left? If you are waiting for a machine, it is a very normal thing to say, and no one will mind. You can also ask, could I work in with you? Which means taking turns on the same machine between sets.
That is a great phrase to know. Working in is really common in gyms, and most people are happy to share. It makes the gym feel more like a community.
I love that. Brian, what do you do when you hit a plateau? That is when you stop seeing progress even though you are still working out regularly.
Plateaus are really frustrating, but they happen to everyone. The most common reason is that your body has adapted to your routine. To break through a plateau, you need to change something. You might increase the weight you are lifting, try new exercises, or change the number of sets and reps. Sometimes even changing the order of your exercises can make a difference.
That is really good advice. I hit a plateau with my running once, and I started adding interval training, which is alternating between fast and slow speeds. It made such a huge difference. My fitness improved much faster than when I was just running at the same pace the whole time.
Interval training is incredibly effective. It keeps your body guessing and burns more calories in less time, and it is more mentally engaging, too, because you are constantly switching between effort levels.
Good point. And Brian, what about nutrition? Do you pay attention to what you eat around your workouts?
Yes, nutrition matters a lot to me. Before a workout, I like to have something light that gives me energy, like a banana or some oats. After a workout, getting enough protein is really important for muscle recovery. Things like eggs, chicken, Greek yogurt, or a protein shake are all good options. You do not have to follow a strict diet, but being aware of what you eat makes a real difference to your results.
I have started paying more attention to protein intake too, and it has genuinely changed how I feel after workouts. I recover faster and I do not feel as sore the next day. It is amazing how much food affects your fitness.
It really is. Food and exercise go hand in hand. You cannot out-train a bad diet, as they say.
That is such a good saying. Brian, what would you say to someone who is nervous about going to the gym for the first time? A lot of people feel intimidated, especially by all the experienced people around them.
I would say, everyone was a beginner once. No one in the gym is judging you. Most people are too focused on their own workout to notice what anyone else is doing. And the gym community is generally very supportive and welcoming. Just go in, do your best, and remember that showing up is the hardest part.
That is such a kind and honest answer, and I would add, do not compare yourself to others. Everyone is at a different stage of their fitness journey. The only person you should compare yourself to is the version of you from last week. Focus on your own progress and celebrate every small win.
Beautifully said. Progress looks different for everyone, and any movement is better than no movement. Even a short workout is a victory.
Brian, I also want to talk about gym vocabulary a little more. There are so many words and phrases that people use at the gym that beginners might not know. Can you walk me through some of the most important ones?
Sure, happy to. Let me start with some basic equipment names. A treadmill is the machine you walk or run on. A stationary bike or exercise bike is the one you pedal while sitting. Free weights are dumbbells and barbells that you pick up and hold. And weight machines are the large fixed machines that guide your movement.
Right. And then there is cardio, which is short for cardiovascular exercise. That means any exercise that gets your heart rate up, like running, cycling, or jumping rope. And there is strength training or resistance training, which means working your muscles against resistance, usually with weights.
Good additions. A few more useful ones. A rep, short for repetition, is one complete movement of an exercise. A set is a group of reps, so if someone says, I did 3 sets of 10 reps, that means they did the exercise 30 times total, in 3 groups of 10.
That is such a useful explanation. And what about spot? I hear that word at the gym a lot.
Great one. To spot someone means to stand nearby and assist them while they lift heavy weights. If someone is bench pressing a heavy barbell, a spotter stands behind them to help if they struggle. You might ask someone, could you spot me for this set? And they will almost always say yes. It is a very normal thing to ask.
I love how friendly gyms can be once you know the culture. And Brian, what about stretching? I feel like people either take it very seriously or skip it completely.
Stretching is so important and definitely underrated. There are 2 main types: dynamic stretching before a workout, which means moving stretches that warm up your muscles, and static stretching after a workout, which means holding a stretch for 15 to 30 seconds to help your muscles recover. Skipping stretching regularly can lead to tightness and injury over time.
I used to skip it all the time, and I paid for it with really sore muscles and a stiff back. Now, I always spend at least 10 minutes stretching after every workout. It makes such a huge difference in how I feel the next day. And I have also started doing a short 5-minute stretch in the morning. Even on days when I do not work out, it keeps my body feeling loose and ready to move.
It really is. Your future self will thank you for taking care of your body now. Recovery is just as important as the workout itself. Sleep, hydration, stretching, and good nutrition all work together. A lot of people think more exercise is always better, but rest days are essential too. That is when your muscles actually repair and grow stronger.
That is such a good reminder. A lot of people focus only on the workout and forget that recovery is half the battle. Brian, what would you say is the biggest mistake beginners make at the gym?
Probably trying to do too much too soon. A lot of beginners come in full of energy and enthusiasm and push themselves really hard right away, but your body needs time to adapt. If you go too hard in the first week, you will be so sore that you cannot move, and then you lose motivation and stop going altogether.
That is so true. Starting slow and building up gradually is the key. It is much better to do a moderate workout consistently than an extreme workout once and then never go back. Consistency beats intensity every time, especially in the beginning.
Perfectly said. Even 3 30-minute workouts a week is a fantastic start. You do not need to spend hours at the gym to see results. Small, consistent effort over time adds up to incredible changes. and every time you show up, you are building a habit that will serve you for the rest of your life. That is something worth being proud of.
Well, Brian, I think that is a great place to wrap things up. We covered so much today, from joining a gym to gym etiquette to breaking through plateaus.
It was such a good conversation, and I hope everyone listening feels a little more confident about working out and talking about fitness in English.
If you have been putting off joining a gym, maybe this is your sign to go for it. And we would love to know, do you prefer working out at the gym, at home, or outside? Leave your answer in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed today's conversation, please give us a like and subscribe to Talk English Freely. It really means the world to us.
Until next time, take care of yourselves.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.